All right. So the first thing I got to do now that we're live.
Can everybody do a sound check? Like, do you guys hear me fine?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
I hear you perfectly.
I hear everybody so far.
Good.
All right.
Good.
And what's your name, Ohio Hobbies?
Yep, Justin.
Justin.
Got it.
Justin, Dave, Matt, Matthew, and Michael from Penny.
Right.
I'm going to pull up the live stream real quick. Just make sure everyone can be added in as moderators. I'm going to pull up the live stream. Oh, now I'm echoing. Sure. Okay. Can you all throw something in the chat box?
I don't seem to have a place where I can.
No, I don't either.
Okay.
You see that?
It's in the private chat.
Yeah, you have to click off of private chat and take it
go over to. If we go over to comments, oh, look at that! I can hear you, says Unknown Detector.
Ooh.
Hey, there we are. Well, look at that.
Chris W's in the house.
Chris W.
Here.
Nice.
Unknown Detector. He calls himself the Unknown Detector, but I'm pretty sure his name is Chris after investigations.
Hey, there's Chris.
Well, Chris is in the house, so
Chris is in the house.
If we need to, maybe Chris could throw up channel leaks as we go.
Yeah, it's I think I'd have to be logged in to be able to put in links.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'll add all the channel leaks as we go too, as you guys are talking.
Nice.
Scratch and Go Crazy's here, man. Scratch and Go Crazy. He's a big time gamer for the older games like Paperboy and
oh, nice.
And yeah, he plays a lot of cool older games. Really cool.
Well, I'm gonna check that out for sure.
So welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. Penny Haven's gonna be a little late, but we have the four of us here, and we're gonna start this off. I think first, if you guys don't mind, I'll introduce myself to you guys, and then we'll go around and introduce each other for everyone watching. That way, at least they know a little bit about us and why we hooked up. So, my name is Matthew from MyCoinCave. I'm a coin roll hunter by heart, but I also like to do amateur movie productions on all kinds of different rap. So I like shopping, coin roll hunting, really anything to deal with coin collecting, copper, silver, gold, bullion, anything like that. So that's pretty much it. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm going to pass it over to Matt that way.
All right, I'll take it. So my name is CGB Coins Matt, and I was from Cincinnati until MyCoinCave and OhioHobbies. They all said, you got to go. And I tried to stop off in Indiana, and Penny Haven said, you got to keep rolling. So I ended up in Texas. That's where I am from, Fort Worth, Texas. And I started my channel a long time ago, but I've actually just gotten serious now in the last 3 months. And I give the credit to Penny Haven and Patriot Stacker. Those are my two models. Those are who I'm trying to model about being consistent. And I fell into coins because I bought a bunch of fake coins 6 years ago today. Like, I am on the anniversary of my worst day ever, right? That was when I bought a bunch of fake silver from China. And ever since then, I've just been steadily learning more. So that's where I'm at. That's why I have a channel now to just continue learning. That's why I'm here.
Awesome. Dustin, you want to take? No, Justin, I'm sorry. Damn.
All right. So I'm Justin, OhioHobbies. This channel actually started out as a bit of a challenge because I've had so many hobbies. I keep finding different things that I say, oh, I can do that. And I start trying to get into it. And before you know, I give that one up and move on to the next one. And the wife finally challenged me to finish something. Well, that something ended up being coin roll hunting when I started doing that, watching Rob Finds Treasure and Silver Seeker. And So I decided to start my own channel, and that way there was something there to keep me in line and try to hold me in check. But it didn't. I put magnet fishing on here, and now we're melting metal, and it's just spiraling out of control here too. But at least I'm staying consistent and doing something.
Awesome. Dave?
Yeah. I am Dave. My channel is Quarterbash, and I live in Shoreline, Washington, which is just about 10 minutes north of Seattle. And I've been in this area my whole life. Grew up in Bellingham and moved to Seattle in the 90s, be part of the music scene there. And, I felt like what Justin was saying was very similar. Lots and lots of hobbies over the years, and always wanted to basically, find a way to do something on YouTube. And I've done like some little different things here and there, but when I found that people were doing coin roll hunting really around the beginning of this year, I got excited and realized that's something that I can do. And then the pandemic really helped. I mean, it's weird. It gave me the time to do it, but then very quickly it became hard to get coins. So, I started doing that, and I knew I wouldn't just want to do that on the channel. I'd want to do more treasure hunting type stuff. It's kind of in my blood. So I was supposed to do a lot of storage auctions, and because I do the reselling part of it also, and I figured that would play right into it. And I know a lot of guys that find a lot of coins doing storage auctions, and I thought that would all be great. I'm not going to do storage auctions until this pandemic thing is done. If someone's losing their stuff right now, I'm not getting involved in that. But so that's on hold. That's on hold till just regular times return. But I still do all the reselling stuff and magnet fishing. I want in on that so bad. I was watching some magnet fishing on your channel earlier today, man. I was checking it out. So I'm gonna do that once things warm up again.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I was checking out Matt's playlists, and he ties in a lot of music with his channel as well. And I know you do too, Dave. And I also incorporate a lot of music in my channel. I try to create my own, and I'm terrible at it. So I find some good music out there to rock out with, especially when you're coin roll hunting. Like I don't know. I like to mix it up. Some soft rock, hard rock, rap, classical, whatever the mood is. And I was checking out Justin's channel, and he's got some playlists out there that are really awesome. I don't know if you've checked out some of his magnet fishing, but he does, like he said, all the different things. Magnet fishing. He does metal melting. Justin, tell me about your metal melting. Is that hard to do? Because I've never done that.
You know what? It's not hard to do, but it is very hard to be good at it. Legitimately, you see these guys put together these flasks full of Petrobond, and they pour into it. Next thing you know, they got this beautiful piece that comes out.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen. I'm telling you right now, that does not happen. We have remelted so many things so many times trying to get something to come out nice. I've got just batches of homemade Petrobond, just trying different things. So yeah, it's very easy to melt metal and get it to liquid form, but going beyond that is super difficult.
Yeah, I liked watching Quarterbash because Dave has some interesting miniatures that he sells, and some of them are really. The Griffin the other day was like, I was jealous. I was looking online for those are pretty neat.
I love those.
Oh man, I want to get into that too, but because I have two toolboxes sitting in my room full of miniatures. So some point in time we need to talk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hit me up, man. I love talking about them. I got into them when I was a little kid. My parents were super religious. The whole satanic panic of the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. I was not allowed to play Dungeons and Dragons, and the neighbor kids just across the yard. The older guy was obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons. And so I got to look at his books, and he would tell me about it, but I was not allowed to play. But he had miniatures. He'd line them up along this shelf in his room, and I would just look at them and think they were the coolest things. And eventually he gave me one, and like, it was kind of like, are they going to let me have this? And when they let me have it, it was the only thing I could have basically from that world. So I started collecting them as a kid. And then that's just stuck with me. I was very young then. This was probably like 9-10 years old, up to like 13-14. And then, you know, when I got older and had my own money and I started like buying, only I wasn't doing D&D, I was doing Warhammer. I do a lot of stuff from Warhammer and Warhammer 40K. And I started painting those and getting really into it. So now I just, I got a large collection in a storage auction a few years ago and turned those around and sold them online and saw how much they would sell for. And so I'll go out and try to buy collections from people, or every once in a while a friend will be like, hey, sell mine from when I was a kid. And we'll do we'll make a deal to sell them. Or sometimes people will just sell a lot on eBay. They won't know what they have. So they'll just lot them up in a pile and say, buy these. And so when I open those boxes and say, I don't know what I'm getting, let's see if I can make my money back. That's where I get most of them now.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I was checking out a couple of videos Matt put out lately, and I think he has the art of the trade figured out. He's made some really good trades. Matt, what goes into the process of making a good trade?
Well, I think it's just being upfront with what you have and what you need, right?
Yeah.
So if I present something, this is what I have, is this what you want? And then if you want to trade, just very simply, let's put it together. And I'm starting to build trust. And I think that's the real benefit for YouTube, at least for me, is just building a trust. And I won't say his name, but there was a gentleman that doesn't have content. And he just emailed me and said, I want to do a trade with you. I've been selling on eBay for 15 years. You can look up my history, but I trust you. And I was like, how did I earn in an instant that we were going to send $200 worth of value without confirmation? But he trusted me just because I think of the face reveal. I think of just being consistent. So I think YouTube is awesome. It's an awesome way to do trades because that person knows that you're a person and they know that you're going to be here tomorrow. So if you really do a bad trade with them, they're going to at least have somebody to talk to, or at least get with the community and say, hey, where's CGB Coins Matt? He bailed on me. So that's the beauty of this whole community, is we're going to hold each other accountable. And we don't need, I mean, we'll use PayPal. We need eBay, obviously, but we can do straight trades. And I think that's amazing.
Awesome. I was just throwing everyone's links up on the chat. So make sure everyone checks out these guys' channels because they're really good. There's a lot of good playlists, a lot of good content. I can't wait for Michael to get here. He's got a lot of good stuff I want to talk about. Going back over to you, Dave, your vinyl collection, your vinyl value playlist is really good too.
Thank you.
Do you listen to a lot of them, not just sell them?
Yeah. So that's almost the same story as the miniatures. I have collections that I sell for people where I've got 4 or 5 different people who have me selling records for them. So if you see anything that's like weird punk rock or hardcore or metal, weird, anything strange, yeah, that's the stuff I listen to. When you see like Waylon Jennings or, that's cool. That's cool stuff. But like just coming up in this week, I've got like a Bon Scott CD that is going out that's a little bit different than the stuff I normally sell. It's like a weird rarities from Bon Scott. That stuff is a lot of times stuff that I get in collections and sell. But there's no way I can listen to all of it. But yeah, the stuff that I specialize in, when you see a record, you're like, I've never heard of that band. What? If it's got skulls or skateboarders or moshing skinheads, that's pretty much the stuff I listen to.
That reminds me, like my first skateboard when I was about 13 years old. My dad bought me a Santa Cruz Rob Roskop with the eye on it. And I had German bearings. I had really badass trucks. And it was stolen like a week later, and my dad was so mad. So he went and got me a Nerf replacement, and it was not the same.
No, it's not. It's not.
But now as a grown-up, I have a Rob Roskop, just the deck with flypaper up on the wall. So
is it the same design?
Same design, yep. Yeah, I paid a little money for it, but you know, that design, that eyeball design that's hard to find.
Yep.
let's see, going back to everyone's into coin roll hunting, and I know that Justin, you've had a lot of good luck lately where I have not. My $half boxes have been terrible for about 7 weeks in a row now. My quarter boxes have kind of went down, but I did some good on pennies and nickels. But when I watch your $half boxes and quarter boxes, I'm extremely jealous, by the way.
Well, don't be too jealous now, because the videos you're watching now were actually recorded about 2 months ago. I got way behind. The last 7 or 8 boxes I've opened, I managed to get 90% Benji, just random out of them. Actually, I can't say that though, because I got one sitting behind me I just opened, and I got my first 1972 DDO.
Oh wow.
And it's really pretty nice condition, so I'm really impressed with that. Yeah, I don't know. I got pretty good luck when it comes to the halves, but everything else is a little less.
Yeah, I have my best luck with the nickels. What about you, Dave? What do you have best luck with?
I've done mostly halves and quarters, and I think I've had the best luck with the halves, I think. Although I haven't done a box of either halves or quarters since probably the beginning of the summer.
Yeah, you have a great playlist. It's called Coin Compulsion, I think it is.
It's all alliterations, Coin Compulsion and Miniature Mania and stuff like that. Thank you for that. I haven't found a lot. I haven't found anything really like shocking. I think I found one cool error at one point, but you know, I'm waiting on that oh wow moment.
Yes, yeah, I've had one of those. Matt, what about you, Matt?
I was strictly pennies and nickels, and I was heavy. Like I would go around scouting banks and putting orders in at Bank of America, and they all look at you like you're crazy, right? Like, why do you want all these pennies? And my excuse always was, I have 3 kids. I got to have something to play with. You know, I had to like justify why I wanted pennies. But I love pennies and nickels. And my parents, they came to yesterday, and they brought me a Ziploc bag full of pennies and nickels, just because they know I can't find them and the kids love them. So just before here, we were on the dining room table. I was sorting out, because all the nickels are over melt value now, right? I mean, so every nickel I keep, only the copper pennies, and then the dimes, you know, if they're in the 60s, I'll keep the dimes. But I just love it. Like, it's a little treasure hunt, and I get excited about copper. I don't know why. I mean, it's just I was explaining it to my mom. She's like, why do you care? I'm like, this is worth 2.3 cents. I said, it's awesome, you know? So it makes no sense there you go. That's why.
Look at that.
Nice.
So I've actually never played in the $half zone. I've done a quarter box, but I've stuck mainly with nickels and pennies.
It's funny you said, you know, when you're talking to the bank. Let me tell you this scenario. I always go through this scenario. I'm in a pretty small town, so when I go to my banks, they know who I am. But sometimes there's a new teller that starts, or they transfer from a different bank because they rotate out. And then I'm like, hey, you know, I want to buy my quarter boxes, and then they give you the weirdest looks, and then you have to explain the whole story. I'm a coin roll hunter, you know, I collect coins. This is what I do. And then they're like, yeah, okay, whatever, you know. But the normal girls are like, hey, no problem, man. I got 2 fresh boxes for you, no problem, you know. So I made a little card that just explains the questions that I normally get, and just hand them the card.
That's smart.
It's a lot easier.
That's smart.
All right, let's see.
I love it.
Let me see. So I could tell you that when I coin roll hunt, I've had big success with quarters, but I've had the most success with nickels. You know, war nickels, the harder to find ones, especially in really good conditions. The 38s, 39s, lots of buffaloes. I've had lots of V nickels. I've had, you know, I've gotten one barber nickel. I mean, it's just all kinds of. I just have my best luck with nickels, and it's only $100 invested at a time to search through, so it's a little easier than having a pile of $2,000 in halves and quarters just stacked up with your wife. Like, when are you going to put that back in the bank? You know, when I get through them, you know. So
but it's never gone though.
No, it's not gone.
You're just moving money around and making money out of it.
Yeah, it's just here.
Yeah.
So I don't know, you know, Justin and I had 2 battles in quarter roll hunting, and I barely squeaked out the victory the first time. Then he totally whooped me the second time. We do have a rubber match coming, but I'm like looking at these boxes like, no, this ain't good enough. I have to be prepared. So do you guys you ever consider doing like a 4 or 5? We could do like a penny battle or something like that. Make a real big one.
I think a nickel battle would be all right.
Yeah,
pennies, I think it takes me too long to look through them because I like looking for all the different varieties.
There's so many varieties. You're right. There is. I think the nickel is pretty good.
Yep.
I battled Penny Haven and he whooped me too. It seems like whoever I battled, because I threw out this gauntlet and challenge and I talk junk, and I always get whooped up on. But I'll definitely do nickel battle because I have good luck with nickels.
Oh yeah, I'm up for a nickel battle anytime.
Down for whatever.
So I don't know what time Michael's coming. I know he got tied up. He's been sick, and then his wife and son are pretty demanding of him because he does so much. There's Penny. The 1 nickel battle. How'd that turn out? Yeah, we know. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. You whooped me.
Hey, why you got to bring up old stuff? Why you got to bring up old stuff?
So, let's see here. Let me go back through real quick. I just want to, because I know I saw something here. I like how, Dave, I like how you do your weekly recaps of where you're talking about what you've sold, because not only are you helping out different channels with different things, but you're also showing real results of the work that you put in for either coins or collectibles or vinyl or music. And like I said in the one video, that BMG music CD, I used to be a big fan. That was the only way we could get music out at sea, is we signed up we'd have a group of people to sign up and get all these different musics, and then these CDs would just come flowing in. And I still have a stack of my BMG music CDs. It was like you get 12 of them for 99 cents, but really with the shipping, you're paying $15 anyway.
Oh yeah. And then they would automatically send them, and you had to send them back if you didn't want them.
Right.
Yeah.
But we couldn't send them back.
No, you couldn't. Oh, you guys were great marks for them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
We're at sea. Even if I wanted to send it back, it wouldn't make it back to America in like 2 months.
Right. Well, thank you for saying that about the weekly. I don't know if anybody watches that even. I just I see that it gets a few views, but I'm kind of doing that to keep myself accountable, to keep the selling going. So,
well, it shows what your work pays off to in actual dollars and sales, and it also shows that you don't have to be focused on one simple thing. I like the coin roll hunt, but I also do a bunch of other stuff too. So, and I know Justin, like he said, he does multiple hobbies. Everybody has multiple hobbies. And you call them hobbies, otherwise they turn into work, and nobody wants to do work. So we call them hobbies. But that's cool. You do that.
LP over here says that's how I started my CD collection. So we got some more CD club folks here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mark Nebo, he's a friend of mine. We served in the Navy together, and he'll tell you the post office sucks. So like, if we want to mail something out, it'll take 2 months because there's 1 or 2 guys that are working in there, and they're on the ship, and you have to like bribe them with cigarettes or cans of Coke to get something out expedited. That's terrible.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
Matt, we were talking earlier before everyone else joined. You're now down in Texas, and I really like Texas. My sister used to live there, and her children. She was in Houston, Texas. She was part of a radio station down there, and she did a lot of promotions for the channel. Got to hang out with celebrities and stuff. So I always go down to Houston, but I always visit Austin because Explosions in the Sky is from Austin, Texas, and that's one of my favorite bands. So I'm looking to, get some work out in Austin. That'll be great. And
we welcome you, right? Well,
oh yeah, I like Texas. I especially like it right now since it's 30 degrees and raining ice outside right now. I don't know how it is down there with you, Justin. Is it raining ice right now for you guys?
The weather inside's great. I haven't been outside for a while, so I'm not really sure what it's doing, but Yeah,
snow
see, I
hit.
don't have the snow in the background like you do.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm a long way. That's one of the things I think with YouTube is learning all the video editing has been insane. There's so much out there. There's so much bad information out there on how to video edit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a process I'm still working on, and that's going to be one of my focuses for 2021.
Yeah. So I tell you, I do a lot of video editing. My daughters also help me. I have way too many subscriptions to way too many products. This is what I tell you, because I use OBS to record my videos, and then I edit them with an older version of the Microsoft Movie Maker. After an update, I had to find it out there in some pirate site to reload it because they took it away and replaced it with some junky new stuff. So I use that. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I do get a little overboard because I like to mix my sounds. So I have audio editors. I have all kinds of stuff. I have so much stuff that it can get me in trouble, is what I have.
It's a lot to juggle.
It is. What happens is it takes a 10-minute video and turns into 2 hours of editing. Instead of just doing a 10-minute video, 10-minute editing, upload it.
Do that with the magnet fishing. Those you could do a lot of editing with the magnet fishing. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. I hope everyone's hitting that like button, and make sure you guys are checking out these gentlemen's channels because they're awesome folks. They have great content. Their playlists are excellent. I try to watch everyone's playlist as much as possible, just because there's so much to learn about different people in the coin roll hunting community, coin collecting community, selling cool stuff, the great music that's out there, that some music that I don't even know is out there. You know, I like to expand my knowledge base as well, just to make sure that I'm seeing more opportunity for me to grow my channel. You know, not that I'm selfish or anything, but you know, I like to see what everyone's doing out there, because the more you kind of flow with the folks, the more they'll be appreciative and join your channel. I know there's 15 people watching right now. That's pretty good. When Michael comes in, he brings in a horde with him. So
where is he?
I don't know. Let's see. We got legit Sir Noobs, Scratching Go Crazy, Trust the Process. Carolyn Ash is here. Chris W's here. LP's here. There's a lot of folks here today. That's great. So let me do this. What I want to do is, if this is okay with you guys, but there's a lot of people in the chat. If they want to ask any of you guys or me any specific questions, that way, we get some interaction going. So if anybody in the chat wants to ask any one of us anything specific about their channel, their hobby, anything like that, go ahead and fire it out there. And that gives us time to wait for if Penny joins us.
Well, and I know that this can take a little while for some of the questions to come in. So can I start with a question?
Sure.
Can you tell us about the roadie?
Oh, yeah. So the roadie, yeah. So the roadie is a guy, because I wanted balance. All right. So first of all, I have multiple personality disorder for my channel.
Oh, okay. For your channel.
For my channel.
I started giving you a premature thumbs up there.
So, yeah, the roadie is like a balance to the bad guy. So where I'm just a regular dude, the bad guy hates coins. The roadie totally supports and uplifts my spirit. So that's what he's there for. And he's what I was in the Navy, because there was always some people that were having bad days and rough days, and you need somebody kind of just lifting you up all the time. And that was kind of my job in the Navy, because I think I'm semi-funny and I'm a jokester. So my job was to keep the folks that were out away 18 months, 19 months away from home at a time, keep their spirits high and support them however I can, really go overboard with it. So that's kind of what that person does for my channel.
It's an important skill.
Yeah, it is. So, okay, here we go. We got some questions for you.
I'm happy to answer them if I can.
Hey Google, stop listening.
Yeah, stop listening. Sure.
Switch on
No,
the
just
desktop.
stop listening, Google.
You'll know the
Stop,
mix off when
Google.
you see a small
Stop.
orange
Hey
light
Google.
at the top of the display.
Hey Google, stop listening.
Nothing's playing right now.
Technology, I tell you. All right,
It
we got
answers
two questions.
back.
All right. At what age did you start collecting? So how about you, Matt?
Okay, so that's a very good question. I would have to say 35. I'm going to say I started collecting 2015. So I'm 40 now. So 5 years ago is when I really got serious about collecting. And it goes back to the China, where I went to China. I knew nothing about coins. And when I made that wrong purchase, it made me feel very vulnerable, right? And I hated it. I said, I'm a grown ass man. How am I making an error that if I had Google, I would never do that. So I said, I'm never going to make that mistake again. And then when I started having kids, I said, I will teach them everything they need to know so they never have to end up on the street in front of a street vendor and get scammed. So really, I'd say I got serious at 35. Before that, you know, other hobbies, but 35 points. That's when I dedicated myself.
What about you, Justin?
Let's see. I actually started collecting ball cards probably when I was in 3rd grade, and that was by accident. I had bent one. It was a Bo Jackson that I bent. Somebody had. I don't even know how it happened, and I went and bought a bunch of cards trying to replace it, and that's how I got started with that. The coin collecting, that didn't actually start until I was 41. I'm 42 now, so it's only been about a year. Or am I 41? I think I'm 41. I thought I started when I was 40. Sorry. I don't even know how old I am.
Yeah. So this
But
year's
yeah,
been a blur.
Yeah, that just started, was one of those things. Is in, somebody opening a box, a roll of pennies, and thought, yeah, I can do that.
That's awesome. What about you, Dave?
My brother used to collect these wacky packages cards. So think like what were those things, like garbage kill
Yeah,
kids,
Garbage Pail Kids, yeah.
but earlier.
Absolutely.
But earlier, so it was like Killy Putty and just really stuff you'd see in Mad Magazine. And he kept them in a little binder, and I was so jealous of them. I just wanted that so bad, and it really put this bug in me that if you like something, get a bunch of them and set them. Yeah, it's I kind of got the collector's bug, so I went into comic books, Star Wars cards, which I wish I still had.
Yeah.
And then from there, then once I got old enough, really, where I was kind of making more I don't know if it's adult decisions, but I got very serious about collecting vinyl. So collecting punk rock vinyl, and I was buying it online. So, or not online. This was pre-online. I was buying them through magazines back in the 80s. So probably, yeah, vinyl is the first big collecting thing. And then with coins, I would have said even in the beginning of my channel that I don't collect coins, but then Chris W sent me a coin and said, now you have a coin collection. So I got tricked.
Chris W is cool like that. So I'm similar to Justin. I started collecting heavily about a couple years ago. Before then, I've always collected something, whether it was, I had a big Jordan shoe collection, and before that I had a subwoofer collection. I liked a lot of bass,
Oh, wow.
Before that I had, I still have a hat collection. I have a lot of hats, but I was always collecting something. And it was not money, because I spent the money to collect stuff. And now it's cool because I spend money to collect money. So there's no harm, no foul, right? So that's a good question. Thank you, Legit Sir News, for that question.
Yeah.
The Unknown Detector says, what's the best way to get your hands on $2 bills? Well, I can tell you from my experience, just go to the bank. Say, hey, I like to get a strap of $2 bills. And if they don't have any, they'll order them for you.
Or you end up like me, where the bank calls and says, hey, we had somebody stop in that was cleaning out their grandparents' place, and they found all these $2 bills jammed in the wall and everywhere else. And they ask if you want them, and you just absolutely cannot pass that up.
Yeah. How about this one, Dave? What was your first car?
My first car was a 1976 Honda Civic with a trunk, not a hatchback. I've never seen another one like it. It was a little blue car. Oh, I miss that car. It was so cool. I got it in 1980. Well, I'm going to give my age away. I got it in the 80s. And I had it for all of 5 months, but at that time it feels like forever. So, and then the clutch went out and they said it was totaled. And my God, we should have parked that car because they're worth a fair amount now. Instead, we just junked it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? What was your first car?
I stepped up my game pretty much, and I went for, so it was 1996, and I found a 1987 Toyota Supra Turbo with a Targa top, and it was $5,000. My dad went $2,500. I put $2,500.
Nice.
And again, not meant for a 16-year-old. You know what I mean? So
that was a nice car, though.
Very, very nice car. So I loved it, and I drove it from 96 to 2002. So I kept it for 6 years. And then when I hit that kind of midlife, mid 30s, I went and found another one. And I went to Mako and painted it the same blue. Basically, I tried to recreate magic. And
That's awesome.
I ended up selling it. But I mean, we're talking like a $2,000 car when I rebought it. So it wasn't that nice and smelled bad and smoked. It wasn't what it was.
Right.
But 1987 Toyota Supra with the Targa top was amazing.
So you're saying you can't go back? I shouldn't go try to get it.
Don't get that Civic. You don't need it.
All right. That's good advice.
It never smells as good as it did. I'll tell you that.
Right. What about you, Justin?
Mine would be an 86 AMC Eagle hatchback.
Ooh,
I had the station wagon.
Yeah.
And I got to haul everybody for school. We did, I was an electrical program at the time, and we would go wire Habitat for Humanity houses. So I was the driver. I had the bus. It was a great car. It lasted a long time.
Yeah, those AMCs are tough. Them AMCs are tough. I had an 84 Oldsmobile Delta 88, and that thing was a boat. The floor pans were rotted. The ceiling was falling down. But man, if you could get it up to 60 miles an hour, it would just cruise. Not bad. Thanks, Caroline, for that question.
Yeah.
Scratch and Go Crazy wants to know favorite piece in your collection. Question for all. So I'll go first. I think the first, I have a really ugly coin. It was like the first coin that I got coin roll hunting. And it doesn't have any value other than personal value. But I think that's my favorite piece. Just because it was the first one that I kept. And boy, this thing is ugly. It's smashed up. It's scraped up. I actually have it encased in a protector saying MyCoinCave's lucky coin. So now anytime I find a smashed up ugly coin, I put it in a protector saying lucky coin, and I give them away to people because I just think that those are good luck. I don't know. There's no science behind it. Mostly it's just, wizardry or something, but that's my favorite coin. Matt?
Well, mine, I'll actually give a shout out to Spectacular because there was a time when silver dipped real hard. He put out a video, said Scottsdale's running a sale. I remember specifically waking up and I watched that video and straight to Scottsdale and ordered a 10-ounce stacker, right? I ordered, and it's not special because of him telling me that, but I've since toned it. Like I toned the heck out of it, and it's gold, it's purple, and it felt so wrong to do it that I love it now. Like it was like the most evil thing to do to dip this thing and bring it out, but it turned out so great that now it's like I can never get rid of that 10-ounce bar.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's awesome. I have seen some of your toning work on your channel, and it's pretty good. I like toned and artificially toned. I mean, it's all in the eyes of the beholder, and really, it doesn't hurt the value. It only increase it. So,
it's funny though. When I toned the Libertad, and it probably was just YouTube doing it, but I toned the Libertad, and right after I published that video, I lost 5 subscribers. I was like,
oh no.
It couldn't have been, because that's the one that Aloha Stacker opened up today. I sent it to him because he wanted it. it was just funny. Because I told my wife, I said, man, this is going to cause a lot of drama. People are going to fry me. And all of a sudden I look at my subs and it was like, hey, I just lost 5 people. So, hey, whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
So it's not loved by everybody. Not everybody likes the dipping of it. So.
you got to do what makes you happy, and the subs will follow. The ones that actually care about you being you and not trying to be fake, those are the ones you want to watch your channel. If you drop the other ones, they're missing out. That's all.
No, I just thought it was funny. And I doubt it was because of that. It was
Coincidence.
funny. Coincidence.
What about you, Justin? What's your favorite piece in your collection?
Man, that's really hard to break down. I've been sitting here thinking about it. I think I'd have to go back to when I was a kid and I came across a first and second year Reggie Jackson cards.
Ooh.
That would probably to this day be my favorite. But I did come across there. Nolan Ryan set had come out. It was all Nolan Ryan cards. I don't know if anybody remembers those. But I did pull out of a random pack an autographed one.
Wow.
So there's kind of those three are all alignment for me for the favorite pieces, and it's not even the coins, although I do have quite a few of those I like, but just going back to my roots with collecting, that's why those stand out.
Right.
That's awesome. It's funny that this question came from Scratch and Go Crazy because he had $1,000 bill that was willed to him that somebody stole from him. He had a really nice $1,000 bill. So I hate to keep bringing that up. Oh, just screen me. So what about you, Dave? What's your favorite piece in your collection?
Well, like I said, I don't have enough of a coin collection for a favorite coin. A few years ago, I bought a batch of miniatures, and there were some very strange miniatures, including this one. And you know, I have, and I've put this in some of my videos before. See how people can see this. This is this little Santa or like rat creature with a nightcap on, and it's a holiday thing. It's got some stuff printed on it. It's by Raul Partha, and I know where to go look for these things and find out what they are. I couldn't find this at all. I finally tracked down someone from Raul Partha and sent them photos and said, "What is this thing?" And they told me that this was a gift that one of the sculptors made and gave only to people that worked there on a holiday party.
Wow.
In like 1980 something. I don't know why this was in the set that I had, but yeah, that's my coolest piece.
Wow, that is cool.
And I just happened to have it within reach when you asked the question, so.
All right, Chris W has a question for OhioHobbies. How are you so lucky to set so many boxes of coins to hunt? How do you get so many boxes?
A lot of work. I have really worked hard to establish a great relationship with the banks I deal with, because I only deal with 2 banks. I have a pickup bank and I have a dump bank. But I've taken them gifts. I've sat and talked to them. You have to really work hard at that relationship. And my pickup bank, there's only 4 women that work in there, and they're absolutely spectacular individuals. My dog's messing with my screen, but they have even put me ahead of some of the businesses in town with my orders.
Yeah. Wow.
I send them an email on Sunday night. They get it Monday morning. They place my order. Wednesday, I pick up my coins. I've only had all year long, I've only missed out on 2 boxes that I ordered. They were quarters. Everything else, they have gotten me every single week.
I'll tell you what I do, man. I drop off gift cards and cupcakes and all kinds of stuff to them, too. And that keeps you ahead of that pack.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris W, for that question. Legit Sir Noob says, how did you make your channel names? Well, I could tell you, I'll do mine real quick. It's pretty easy. MyCoinCave. My wife, when I first started off, I always do these coin roll hunts at the kitchen table or on the carpet in the living room or wherever. And she would tell me to go down to the cave, in the basement. And I had a little desk set up. So that just became MyCoinCave. Pretty simple. What about you, Matt?
Mine are the initials of my 3 boys. So I have Colin, Grayson, Braden, Coins Matt. So it's CGB Coins. I want it to be their. I want this to be their hobby too.
Cool.
They're 1, 3, and 5. So I've got a little time. So I'm trying to build up a fun collection. And I loved when I went through those coins my mom brought. I pulled out the copper pennies and the good nickels, and then they just went to town. And they throw it like confetti. I mean, they just love the pennies. They love the nickels. So it's kind of a thing I want to enjoy with my kids.
That's awesome. Ohio Hobbies.
Well, yeah, it's pretty obvious. It was,
Yeah.
you know, I'm all part of that challenge, and I didn't want to be stuck in a specific niche.
Mhm.
You know, I didn't want to be stuck with only doing coins or anything else. You know, I'm even dabbling with hydroponics in the basement, trying to get tomatoes and cucumbers all year round. So, you know, I've got all that kind of stuff going on, and I just really didn't want to be.
Yeah, because I think I
tied up
see a
into one
3D
thing.
printer behind you too.
Oh yeah, it's sitting back there. I got the
Yeah.
3D printer. We just got a CNC mill going. Yeah, it's never ending.
Definitely full of hobbies. And Quarterbash, how did you come up with that great name?
I mean, thanks for saying it's a great name.
Mhm.
When I was watching the coin videos originally, I challenged a friend of mine. I said, why don't we both get a box of quarters and like compete to see who can find the coolest stuff? We'll call it a Quarterbash. And then I just liked the way it sounded, decided that would be, since we never did it, but at least we haven't done it yet. But I just decided that would be the name for the channel.
That is a very cool. Very cool. Thank you, legit, for that question. Shady McGravy's gaming channel asks, what is everyone's nicest find? Well, I think my nicest find was a 1955 Benjamin Franklin in a $50 box. And that 55 was a proof, and it was nice. And I think that's my nicest find. Matt, what do you think?
Mine, I specifically remember, it was before I was doing a lot of videos. I was doing a regular penny roll hunt, and this Indian head penny was there, and it was amazingly nice. Like I actually stopped roll hunting, and I went and grabbed a camera, and I was like, I can't believe this. So I made a little video before I was even doing YouTube. So I was like, this is amazing. So I still remember I've had nothing close to that find because it was in such great condition.
Awesome. Justin, what about you? I think he's on mute. I can't hear you.
Oh,
There we go. Sorry.
Oh.
But so far, I got to go with the one proof penny that I've managed to pull out. I think I've been through 50 boxes of pennies, and that's the one proof penny that I pulled out. That's by far the one that stands out the most for me.
Yeah, I like proof pennies too. What about you, Dave?
You know, I haven't found a lot of really cool old stuff in the rolls, just a couple silver, $50, but I love finding the errors. I haven't found a lot of those, but I found some. I found a one no FG $50.
Oh, wow.
That was cool. And
Yeah.
it was so exciting. It was the one thing I found out of that box. And just, I just kept going back and checking it. Just like, is that really? I mean, I'm looking at it from different angles, and I even do that in the video, I think, where I show it. I put it under the scope and keep turning it and saying, can anyone see the FG? That's what I like. And I found a couple of quarter errors. And for some reason, even though they're not, silver, they still, it feels like, I found that one, that weird thing in the, that's what I'm looking for. Diamond in the rough,
Yeah.
I love them.
Needle in a haystack.
Yeah, exactly. I really want that extra. The one I want most is that extra ear on the corn. What is it? The Kansas quarter?
Yeah.
The extra leaf.
No, Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Okay. Yeah. That's what it's. Of all of them, that's the one I'm wanting to see the most. I want to see that extra leaf.
I always triple look at that quarter every time I see it. I have not got lucky at all.
Because what you just said about always wanting, I will not stop looking at nickels until I find a speared bison. Like I said, I got to find that speared bison. I don't know why. You got to have something, right?
Yeah.
Something that says I'm done.
And you don't want to buy it. You want to find it.
You want to find it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Matt, question for you. Have you been watching the Washington football team?
I will be okay. So here's my first thing. the high school I went to were the Redskins, and we changed our name today or this year. It changed from the Redskins, and I understand that Washington did the same. And I feel for you. I feel for the Washington. So I love how he said the Washington football team. And I've had a little bit of email conversation with Trust the Process about Waylon Jennings. So be careful, Quarterbash. This guy loves Waylon. And, but yeah, so I said, well, the Cowboys, just like I messed with MyCoinCave saying the Bengals versus the Browns. So the Cowboys obviously have something going against Washington. And I'll be honest, I have not, because with the Cowboys kind of falling off, I've also kind of fallen off.
Well,
so I'll be honest with you. I have not watched Washington, but I'm assuming since you're asking the question that they're doing really well.
Well, they beat the Steelers, and that's all that matters.
Wow. Okay, that's huge. And that helps out everybody.
Yes,
and Steelers Stacker's not on and other people aren't. So we can say nobody loves the Steelers. Can we say that?
Yeah. Always appropriate on my channel.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But yes, I love football, but I've stopped watching a little bit because the Cowboys fell off.
All right. Question from Caroline to you, Justin. What were you going to pour when you jacked up?
I've seen this one come up. Yeah. I have no idea how I screwed up that video that bad. Do a penny hunt video and end up with metal melting right in the middle of it. I have no clue how I did that. And I actually have no clue what we were pouring that day. I'll have to scrub through a bunch of my video footage and see where it disappeared from.
Oh, man.
But I since took it down so I could fix it.
Okay. See, I think you already addressed this one from Chris W. How are you so lucky to get a variety of coin boxes to hunt? A good hookup with the bank. I think you pretty much covered that unless you left anything out in suggestions. Do you mix it? Let me ask you this. Do you have different coins from different banks, or do you have the same bank order different coins for you? Or do you have a specific banks for quarters, specific bank for nickels? How do you do it?
I just have the two banks. I pick up at the one, and everything I get comes from them. I have not branched out. I've considered it, but just the amount of work and effort that I put into these two banks to get the relationship that I have, I don't want to back off on that and try to branch out to other ones right now anyway.
Awesome. I think here's a question from Caroline again, and I think this probably, I think we talked about this earlier, Matt, but is there any special tricks of the trade for negotiating a good deal?
You're asking me. So I again, it's just being honest and upfront. Like when that gentleman offered, and well, actually, let's go to mintstate.com. I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But the only way I did this trade, so he offered me 19 pennies, which sounds ridiculous. Like if we didn't have some baseline of value, there's no way I could trade him because I don't follow Indian head pennies or flying eagles. But I know what a peace dollar is, so like my end was easy. Like I said, I know what I have. It's hard to value yours. But when he offered me a nice, clean spreadsheet that mintstate.com said each of these values are, not inflated red book values. These are real values. That's the only way I can trade is if you have a baseline of value. And again, just trustworthiness, right? So then we're taking pictures of each side. We're sending them to each other before we even send them in the mail, just so everybody's crystal clear about what they get.
Awesome. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw it over to you, Dave, and let you run it. I'm going to go over and make sure I put you guys' links in the channel because I don't know if I did that yet. So just give me like 5 seconds. Dave, I'm going to pass the helm to you.
What do you want me to do?
Open forum.
Okay. Well, was that everything for tricks of the trade?
I think so.
I think it kind of depends on how you want to look at it. Because if you want to talk about tricks of the trade, you could be just, how do you get into coin rolling, hunting, and where do you start? What do you really need to start with? Because when I got into it, I thought, oh man, I got to get the microscope, I got to get the loop, I got to get a roll hunting mat, I got to get the cardboard flips, it's not all that stuff that you really need to do to start out. You just need to get a roll of quarters or pennies or whatever. The other stuff you can get as you go. You don't need it right away. And that's where I got kind of stuck, because I wanted all this stuff right in the beginning to have just everything in order the way I wanted it.
Totally. So if I can add, I can't hear anybody. Is this still working?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, all right, cool. What you were saying about a little bit earlier, I think, Matt, you talked about trust, building trust, and Justin, you talked about like building a relationship with the people at the bank. And I think that both of those things are kind of in the same place. Like when you want to be involved in something, the way I do it with the things I do is I've been going to the post office and shipping packages for 30 years. I always make that person at the counter my best friend, because when you're waiting in line at the post office, those people can be having the worst day, and they get treated like trash by everybody. When I step up to the counter to someone who sees me and they know I've been mailing for years and years, I want to be the best customer they had that day. Like, well, Dave came through today. And so you don't really, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was faking it when I was 20, but at this point, I just don't know how to do it any different. So if you're not a person who's just naturally like want to be friendly to people, just fake it till you make it. Just do what you need to do to be able to get the things you need, which is good service or coins or trust.
That's a great point. I'll build on that because this was a year ago. I went to Bank of America and I got, I think it was 3 boxes of pennies, and I opened them in the car and they were all uncirculated 2019 or whatever that was.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh man. So I went next door to Chase. I went to the Chase Bank and I said, here's what I need. Can I trade these out? And they thought I was like the best thing they've ever had, because they were like, oh my God, we need pennies. Thank you so much. I said, just remember me. I'm giving you these. Remember me as the penny guy next time I come. And really that helped. For a couple of times I went in after that, I said, hey, I'm the penny guy. Remember me? And they're like, oh yes, thank you. Okay, we got a perfect box for you. Here's some nickel wrappers. Like it really did help.
Excellent.
Just doing one kind of act. So definitely keep doing that. I think that pays off.
Very cool. Can I answer this question here, Quarterbash? Have you told your dad that you started the copper count? From Chris W. I have not. My dad, I got a large collection of coins from my dad, and I've been going through it on the channel. And I recently decided that I was going to start collecting all copper pennies. And then I even more recently decided that all the copper pennies between 59 and 82 that were in his collection are going into my copper count. So no, we haven't had that conversation yet. but he doesn't watch my videos. He doesn't really know about YouTube. He's in his 80s. So awesome dude, but he just kind of like, if I go home, which I haven't really been able to do this year because of COVID, I have to bring the laptop and show them what I'm doing on YouTube. Pretty much. So
that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. In the next year, I'll kind of show them what I've been doing.
I think we have another guest to join.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael. Hey.
Only like an hour late.
That's all right.
What's up,
That's
man?
all right, Michael. How are you?
All right. Doing good. Yeah, my wife surprised me by renting out a movie theater.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, so I could go to the movies, because I used to go to the movies every week.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah, so that was awesome. We saw Elf. A few other people, just like her sister and their kids, but we were all spaced out through the theater. So
Nice.
yeah,
That's nice. That's awesome.
Happy birthday.
it's Wednesday, but thank you. I'll take that.
You bet.
Thank you. Michael, Dave and Justin and Matt.
Yep.
And we've had some pretty good conversations tonight, some questions and answer sessions, talking about everyone's cool stuff, all their playlists. And I got to tell you, as you run out of screen,
He's down.
Wow. We did.
Can we do a funny thing? Ask the question, we'll answer for him. I'll answer his first question.
Yeah.
What's your first question?
Okay, I'm back now.
yeah, Penny, I got to tell you, I love your coin shop pickup videos.
Thanks. That's most of
because-
what I've been doing.
Yeah, because you have so unique a variety that you come back with. It's not just one simple, you have. it could be anything. So I always see, you know, what did he get today? You know, I'm pretty excited when you post them up. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, I wasn't able to go this week because I've been sick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully soon.
Yeah. Cash was just saying, yeah, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? So, yeah, I love Elf. We just watched, we're watching tonight The Fat Man. And I guess it's like a spin-off of a regular Christmas story where Mel Gibson plays the Fat Man, Santa Claus, and people are trying to assassinate him, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I heard about that movie. Haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Last night we watched Unhinged with Russell Crowe, and that makes me question honking at people in a car.
I watched that. Yeah. Wow, that was rough.
So, Justin, you and Michael have something in common. You both whooped my tail in a coin roll battle. So, I bow out of your superiority. I just can't win. I don't know what it is.
I'm not really one to talk trash, but you seem to take it pretty well. So
yeah, I can dish it and I can take it, you know.
Hey, you got to be able to take a lot if you're a Browns fan. I'll give you that, man. I'm there too. I'm with you, but yeah, if you're a Browns fan, you've taken crap for years. It's water off your back now. It don't matter.
Well, here's a question. Here we go. Unknown Detector wants to know, what's your oldest coin? I can tell you my oldest coin up until the flea market shop. I had, I think it was a 1878. I forget what it was. It was a foreign coin, but I bought it. It was part of a treasure or something. It was an older coin. But when I did the flea market, I got that 1858. I think it was Panamanian. That is now my oldest coin. It's an 1858 Panamanian silver dime. And yeah, that's my oldest coin. It's not worth $1 million, but it's pretty old. What about you, Matt?
I think I have the same exact year. Just on that trade I was talking about where I got the Flying Eagle cent. You know, or foreign coins are generally, they can be older, but American coin, that is the Flying Eagle cent is my oldest at 1858.
And that's a nice coin. What about you, Justin?
Sorry, come back to me. I'm trying to find it so I can tell you.
Okay, Dave, what about you?
Well, the oldest coin that I have is going to be in my dad's collection. It's going to be in the last box that I look at. So I don't know everything that's in there exactly. It's going to be 1880 something, I think. Nice. There's some silver in there that's a little bit older. But I haven't, I just kind of quickly looked through there and saw some of the dates and went, oh, this is the good stuff, and set it aside.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't actually have a real coin collection going, so I don't have anything, anything exciting yet.
That's okay.
For myself.
Your dad's stuff counts as your stuff. I count some of my dad's stuff.
Yeah, he's moved it over to me. I mean, it's in the collection that I have access to.
Yeah. My dad has a really nice 1999 Chevy Corvette, and it's a pace car, and I call that my car, and he hates it. And I see him speeding them off, and I'm like, hey, take it easy on my car, and I give him shit about it. But what about you, Michael? What's the oldest coin in your collection?
Well, let's see. Like U.S. coin, I'm not even sure, but
I don't.
Other coins. I've got some 18th century ones. I've got 2 from the 16th century here.
Ooh.
One silver, one's copper. This like bar money from India.
Wow.
Then I've got this first coin struck in the New Land between 1516 and 1556.
Wow.
So a copper hammered coin, and then of course I have like ancient coins, like that almost doesn't count to me because that's just so long ago. It's a completely separate type of thing to collect. But ancient Roman coins, that one's 4th century.
He's got it all, Pete.
Oh, I was gonna say, Michael. I remember on your previous video that you were saying that you and your son are doing the state quarters and making
Yes.
another book for them.
Yes, we are.
So on the last before last coin roll hunt, I had basically an entire box of uncirculated states. So I set some aside. I'm going to send them to you for you guys to have.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you.
There are all kinds of different states there. I just threw a mix in there. Whatever you don't need, you use it for whatever. But there should be some states uncirculated there. That's my goal, is to have one book of just uncirculated quarters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost there.
Nice. Yeah, my parents sent those to me, and they had them forever, and they'd put random quarters in there from now and then. There like quite a few that are circulated, so I'm upgrading those. It came to us about 60% completed, but not always with the best coins. So
yeah,
we're upgrading and filling it out.
That's cool. All right, you ready, Justin? Did you find it?
I finally found it. It happens to be an 1898 Barber Quarter. It was a giveaway win, actually.
That's awesome.
January. So I got 2 of the Barber Quarters, and it happens to be the oldest one. Because, like I've said in part of our box battle, I don't have a local coin shop anywhere near me that I've found.
Yeah.
So I don't have the luxury of going and digging through bins or anything. Everything I have in my collection has either been found through coin roll hunting or winning through other channels.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Unknown Detector said they have one of those silver Athena coins. I have a replica of one right here. So it's got the owl on the reverse.
Oh, yeah.
I love that coin. That's just one of those bucket list ancient Roman coins that I want to get. That's
Speaking
a
of
wonderful
bucket
coin.
lists, here you go. Here's a good question for everyone. If you can own one collectible, what would it be? So for me, I think in what I really like about coins, I would love to have a 3-legged buffalo nickel. I think that would be something that I'm hoping to find during the coin roll hunts. And if I find that, just like you guys said earlier, that would be my checkbox for a bucket list. I want a 3-legged buffalo nickel. What about you, Matt?
Mine would be a complete set of peace dollars.
Oh, yeah.
And it's mainly for I believe it's a 1928p. And, it's a piece that I would likely never pay a couple $100 for. I just don't, it's one of those that I'm not going to buy.
Yeah.
I still would like to have it, but I'm not going to spend full value for it. But I'm just hoping one day I'm going to come across some peace dollar stack, and I'm going to find that complete a full set of peace dollars. That's my. Oh, wait, you have one?
No. This is a 1935 San Francisco.
Nice.
This is also pretty good one.
Yep.
Not in really good shape, but
yeah. Like I don't even have a book for them. I have mainly the 22s, 23s, and but yeah, that's that chase piece that I think would be it would make a collection to have that.
What about you, Justin?
There we go.
I'm gonna have to go with a car, 1969 Challenger, but I really would like it fully restored from graveyard cars. That would definitely be the one thing I'd love to have sitting in my garage.
Yeah, I want a new calendar, and my wife won't let me because my entire family on her side worked and retired from Ford Motor Company.
Get a Mustang.
So anytime I mention a Dodge or Chevy, it's almost like blasphemy.
Oh, I got a Ram and a Charger sitting in the driveway, so a Challenger would go really well with those two.
Yeah, I've had, married to a Ford family. I've had Tempos, Tauruses, Topaz, all the T's, all the man, I've had them all. F-150s, Explorers, and all this time I've secretly wanted like a Challenger or a Camaro or, but I hope they're not listening. What about you, Penny? If you could own one collectible, what would it be?
Boy, I was going to say a late 60s Mustang, but no. Yeah. For coins, definitely a gold guinea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I did a video about that not too long ago, a couple months ago, but that's, yeah. There are other coins that I definitely want, but that's probably the top of the stack is a gold guinea.
That's awesome. What about you, Justin? I'm sorry, Dave.
Well, it's going to be a record. There's a lot of Holy Grail records out there, but for me, it's a New York hardcore band called Judge. They put out a record called Chung King Can Suck It. Chung King was the studio they recorded in. They recorded this record. They didn't like the sound of it, but it had already started to go to press with the record label. And the label pressed 110 copies, made like a screen printed cover, and sent those copies out to various people. This was like 1990, somewhere around there. Sent those records out to various people that were doing record labels and record distros and stuff at the time. So at the time, you know, people were like, oh yeah, you could sell that record for like $100. Try to find that record now for less than 10 grand. It's incredibly sought after. For a while, it was it made news when one sold on Discogs for like, I think 9,000. I'm not sure. A couple years ago, it's just yeah. In that music scene, that's a real, like, the people that have them are holding on to them. No one's like, they don't pass around very often. And then the label's apparently has like a vault with like 30 copies sitting in there.
Wow.
But yeah, the Judge record.
Awesome. Chris W says he doesn't have an LCS either. I tell you, I have a couple local coin shops, but they're not like yours, Penny. They don't have all different types of coins. He just sells silver or gold. So you go in there and you make a deal and you go out. You know, I wish I could have access to that. That's why I like to go to the flea markets every now and then, because you come across the guy with a bin full of cool stuff. Other than that, I know most major cities have coin shows. You just have to look. But this was pre-COVID. After COVID, it's really slim pickings. Yeah. And I even hate going to the flea market because it's not very safe and sanitary either.
Yeah. I'm lucky that. I know I'm really lucky with the one coin shop I go to, and there are others here in town that I don't even get to. And I'm part of a coin club here too. And every time you go there, people auction stuff off. So that's another great place to get stuff. So.
Yeah, you've bought some stuff there before.
They had like a Christmas party instead of a regular meeting, and I just didn't go. I wasn't feeling the Christmas party thing.
Now, does Bradley's World Coins go to that shop as well?
Yes, he does. Yeah, we take out of the same bin there. Actually, he'd been there a day or two before my last trip, and he said, "I almost grabbed this, and this that you had on your last video." So I'm glad he left them.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, LP said that he wished he could afford to restore, but he has a 71 Dodge Challenger. I'm pretty jealous about that, actually. That's all the questions I show on my screen. Is there any more questions for anyone? We got 13 folks watching. I think we're up to like 18 likes now.
All right.
YouTube has been blocking the link share for some reason. So what I'm going to have to do is just put everyone's link in the description box. So after this is all wrapped up, anyone wants to share all the links to the channels, and make sure everyone watching checks all those links if you're not already subscribed to these awesome channels: OhioHobbies, Quarterbash, CGB Coins Matt, and of course Penny Haven. I think everyone should already be subscribed there, and if not, please do share out all these great playlists, because the playlists are pretty dang sweet. Lots of different content there.
Thanks, man.
All different kinds of stuff too. You got eBay sales, you got local coin shops, you got magnet fishing, you got some pours, you got music. I mean, there's all kinds of really good stuff. So
the last time I went magnet fishing, I caught a magnet.
Nice.
I did one, and all the footage the audio was so bad, I just trashed it. I never put it out. And then I didn't have anyone there, and I couldn't put the camera anywhere. So I just hey, I caught this. No good video out of that either, but that was a great catch.
Chris W, I think, is the only one out of us that I know of that was able to get that World War II American Silver Eagle, and he sent it in to get graded, and it came back a 70.
Yeah.
So not only was I jealous, then he rubbed my nose in it in the jealousy and shame that I could not get one. And Caroline was also with me crashing, the site crashing on us so badly. So I'm really jealous about that, Chris. So
especially the 70, because a lot of them, I guess, were sliding out of the capsules inside the case and getting scratched.
Yikes.
Yeah, I saw a lot of forums with that. A lot of people were mad. Yep. I think he also got the first release designation as well. So we got the first release, MS70. Really, really nice.
Yeah, whenever I popped on earlier, I heard you talking about Dave's Tuesday Total videos.
Yeah.
Which I love, and that definitely inspired me to get more into eBay. So thank you for that. It's been going real well. So, and also recently I started like picking up extra coins on my coin shop trips to show off, and then duplicates and stuff that I'm not collecting, I go and sell on my eBay store. So that funds my next trip. So yeah,
I like. I'm not very big into eBay just because of legal disputes over the.
You mentioned that.
But I do go. I use a site called Macari. Not everyone's familiar with Macari. It's like an online garage sale flea marketplace. Everything's overpriced there, but you can haggle them so much there and come to an agreement, and it's really good. I like it. So
I got a couple of good things from a couple different Facebook coin selling groups recently. So I got a couple more things shipping to me. I just got a couple of florins, an 1899 and a 1930 florin. Just got from a group for a great price. I was almost felt bad for the price I paid the guy, but not really in the end. Almost.
Yeah, I'm heavily involved in the Facebook buy and sell groups, especially the copper groups, because you can get bars, rounds, hand pours, all kinds of stuff. And it's just such a good. The only problem with copper is that you need so much of it to make any real big premium margins of your money back. But it's just so fun to have because it's affordable and all kind of different.
Get fun cores, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seen some cool stuff out there.
Let's see. I know that Justin has some copper rounds that I really want, and I haven't sent him some stuff yet because I have 15 packages in God's hands now with the USPS. So, Justin, I'm gonna send that to you.
Yeah, I got a bunch of copper sitting in my garage waiting to be melted.
Are you gonna melt the stuff I send you?
No, definitely not gonna melt that. But no, I got a bunch of 4/0 cable sitting in the garage just waiting to be turned into something.
Oh, okay, yeah. My brother-in-law is an electrician, and before I really got into coins and stuff, he would come home with just tons of cable. He would strip it, and then he would take it to the scrapyard because it was like $4 a pound. And now, if I seen that, I'd be buying it off of him personally, so I could pour it into something cool like a Pepsi can or a chapstick or something.
Yeah, it's hard to walk by something that is essentially free and not pick it up and try to melt it down.
Yeah, you know what else I like about your channel, Michael, is your eBay grab bags and then the LCS pickups. And you also do mail call. Now, Matt has done mail call as well. And I like how you not showed my address. I appreciate that. I thought you were going to show it, and then people were going to show up at my house. You got me there. You got me on that one. Michael, I like the mail calls. Everyone likes getting mail. I get a letter every now and then from Chris W.'s daughter, and she's just such a sweetheart. She really likes the bad guy, so I make little videos for her.
Nice.
It's really fun. And just so everyone knows, I am almost done editing my Christmas album where it's me, the roadie, and the bad guy, and we're singing all the favorite Christmas songs, and it's going to be awesome. Mint Miser's in the house.
Hey,
Mint Miser.
What's up?
So
Nice.
I do like checking you guys all your channels, and you have great playlists. And my wife actually tells me, because I put it up on the TV, we get the smart TV, And she says, YouTube again? I'm like, yeah, I got notifications. My daughter does Michael's intro a lot. She said,
Oh, that's
Nice.
excellent.
yeah, she knows. So
I knew it once.
yeah, I think Michael, I think you have the best intro. That I haven't came up with a standard intro. I tried it. All I say is like, hello YouTube, and then I freeze
Yeah.
up and have to pause the video.
Yeah, you were talking about the eBay grab bag videos. Like one of those that I did last May, like gets views every week. It's always in my top 10 videos. So people like those. I need to do another one because that one just constantly gets views. It's had thousands of views, way more than any of my other videos.
Why? Yeah. I have that same thing with some other strange videos.
Yeah.
I cannot figure out why videos from March are in my top 10 every week.
Yeah, this was one of the things that got me into the coin community on YouTube, was watching eBay grab bag videos from Silver Picker. And then I would search out and try to find more. And there weren't a lot of good quality ones. So yeah, that was one of the things I definitely wanted to do when I started my channel.
Yeah, I think grab bags and top 10 lists. My top 10 lists, for some reason, gets a lot of views.
It's been a while since I did a list of top 5, top 10. I did a couple in the beginning. I have to figure out a new one to do.
I think when I was doing some of the YouTube education classes, they do how-tos, top 10s, grab bags, ASMR, and there's a couple other ones. So if you whatever you can fit those into in a video, I think you're good to go.
I like that shirt, Dave.
Oh,
there you go.
Have you listened to Tanis?
No.
It's a podcast.
All right. Oh, yes. Yes, I did start to listen to it. I did not get into it though.
Oh, that's too bad. I totally dig that weird, kind of X-Files kind of vibe.
Maybe I'll check it out.
Mint Miser. We got some new folks in the house.
Right on.
Hey, I'm gonna step out just for a second. I have to let my dog to the bathroom, but Matt, I'm gonna turn the count over to you, Matt, so you can now take the show. I'll be back in a second.
Guide us, Matt.
I have two types of videos. When I receive something, I do the quick hit, no intro, grab my phone. Hey, hello, this is Matt. And I just say, here's what I got. And it's about 50 seconds up to probably 2 minutes. Or then I do a blockbuster. I do a 15-minute, well-produced, and I try to put music. And I don't know which one I like better. Obviously, the quick hits are easier. Yeah. But I ask you guys, do you like doing quick hit 1 or 2 minutes, or do you enjoy doing long, well-produced videos?
And I enjoy doing long ones. Mine are not well produced. Obviously, by the last one, they had a metal melt in the middle of a penny hunt. But I wish I had the knowledge so far to do that. And like I said, that's going to be my focus for this next upcoming year, is to get better with the videos and try to get an intro put together.
Right. Yeah, the intro was kind of like an accident. That I didn't set out to write that or anything. It just started saying one thing when I opened it, then I would start saying a couple more things, and then it just kind of stuck. So
that's good. If I ever make a well-produced video, I'll let you know. I'll compare it to the others.
And again, I compare to, let's say, Patriot Stacker. He has an intro, or like Pirate Stacker has that intro, and you know what to expect. And I've just never gotten to that point where I've made an intro. It's always going to, actually, I guess I'm unpredictable in that way. It's just, you don't know if you're going to get a quick hit or if it's going to be something that you're going to have to snooze through. You know what I mean? So
I think it's a good idea to have those quick hit ones and then the longer ones. Because if people see there's just a short video, they're like, yeah, I'm going to watch that. And then they'll be wanting to come back and see the longer one. Like, all right, here's something more. See what else. Yeah. I think that kind of encourages people to hit more of your videos and then to be there for the long ones.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you three. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Kelly Ray asked what part of Ohio I'm from. I grew up in the Massillon area, so I'm that whole Massillon Canton football area. That's where I hang out most of the time.
Nice. do you guys do trades, or do you do, I guess, mail calls? When you receive something, you do a video, but have you three done trades often?
No, I haven't.
I have not.
Stickers. I'll
There you
send
go, yeah.
stickers for stickers, like kind of thing,
Right.
for sure.
And I caught a lot of, I wouldn't say heck, but whatever. I caught a lot of stuff for not having stickers. I just got some.
Ooh, with that new design.
Yeah, with the new design. So that's it. I blame Aloha Stacker. He basically said, "Dude, are you serious? You couldn't have
I blame you, Aloha Stacker.
yeah." So
Yeah,
anyway,
people start asking for those.
I took that as a little nudge to get my stuff together, and I'm excited because it does. It's fun to open up a package and have a sticker. Like, it's nice.
I really liked your video explaining the details of that new design. I thought that was cool.
Thank you, because it took me a while to figure out what I wanted on it. I didn't have an identity because I was kind of the toner. I didn't want to be known as the guy that just tones. I was trying to figure out who I was. That's kind of why I was paused. So, but how about you, Pennyhaven? You've had that classic design since 1909. You know what I mean?
Basically, yeah. That was. I definitely had like my logo before I had much to say. So that was kind of one of the first things I did. Just once they made a new Gmail account, I'm like, oh, I'll link that over to YouTube. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to start a channel. And I reached out to a friend and said, hey, can you put this together for me? Because I don't. Yeah. So I got the logo like first thing.
Right.
And I kept.
OhioHobbies has one too. You have a logo. How did that come about?
That was, I knew I needed one. I had the channel for, I think, over a year, and I knew I needed one. And I seen a video, I'm not sure, I don't remember who it was, where they were talking about Flatline Racer. So I sent out a message to him and said, hey, I need something. Here's kind of a general idea of what I'd like to see. And with, what he came back with, I thought was just absolutely amazing. And then I'm like you, I didn't have channel stickers until I ordered them on Cyber Monday when Sticker Mule had a sale. And I got them, I think, about a week later. It was really quick turnaround. So, yeah, I've only had them now for about 2 weeks.
Wow. See, we're catching up with everybody else. It's good.
Yeah.
And Quarterbash, you took the best quarter design, right? Is that what you did?
Yeah, I really loved that design. I think
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I had seen that out there before I even knew I was going to do the channel, do the coin aspect of the channel, and just fell in love with that. And thought, I wish I had a reason to do something with that. And I don't know. Are you allowed to do that though? I guess Pennyhaven did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not coming after me. Oh no.
Look who it is.
What's up, everyone? Oh my God! I was just listening in to Dave, you complimenting Matt, and I loved how he went through the Mount Rushmore of everything on how he made up his sticker and logo. That was pretty sweet. What's there? This is awesome, guys.
Dude, welcome.
I'm so glad you could join us.
Yeah, man.
I've been asking about you.
I know, man. He's upstairs somewhere. I don't know where he went. This is awesome.
Since you're back, Rody, it's your show.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't know. I just go with the flow. I see Justin over there looking all cool. He always has that total professional collector and hobbies look.
I gotta have something going for me.
Yeah, man. I do not have a face for the camera, but I get pretty far with this sweet voice. This is what happens when you have too much time on your hands.
You got a face for radio and a voice for silent films.
Yeah. I'm an excellent author of Braille. Yeah.
Rhodia, have you worked for bands?
Only Explosions in the Sky.
All right.
And some Metallica. So
Okay. Oh,
Well, interesting crossover.
yeah, yeah, it is. What kind? Oh, people are asking stuff.
We're getting some feedback somewhere.
yeah.
It's from me. I don't know how to operate this stuff.
Here we go.
Oh, where'd he go?
You just closed them out. Oh well. Wait, where'd he go?
'Cause that's one way to get rid of the feedback.
Yeah, it's gone.
So here's a question: what's going on in 2021? What's your guys' next goal? Are you going to continue to roll, or are you going to flip something around?
Wow, mine actually is. We're starting to try to take Ohio Hobbies into a business. So we're trying to change it into an LLC and actually try to make something out of it. So
Sweet.
Nice. Is that what you're doing, Penny Haven, with selling on eBay? Are you trying to make it more of a, a brand? Let's say.
It's to have the established eBay store, the channel, and the Twitter all tying in. It's basically just trying to fund my hobby is what it does. I'm not looking to make money on top of the money that I buy.
Right. Sure. How about you, Quarterbash?
Everything's a little bit up in the air right now about exactly what 2021 is going to look like. There's a chance I'll be doing another job that will actually pull me away a little bit from my weekly sales. If that happens, you're not going to see like the Tuesday totals and the eBay sales because I won't be able to focus on that. But if that doesn't happen, I'll be focusing more on that and trying to bring my lady, Michael Ann, who's shown up in a few of my videos. We might be kind of trying to expand the selling out of a hobby level into more of a job. I can't really do it by myself, but with her help, with her actually, organizing things, I might be able to step it up.
My goal for 2021 is to get my youngest daughter more involved with my videos because she seems to have more of a pulse on the younger community than me. And Coins for Amateurs does a lot of good work with the young collectors. And, I want to get involved in that too because it's fun. It doesn't cost a lot of money if you just coin collect, coin roll hunt. The shopping and all that stuff is extra. But just to have an appreciation for the currency, the history of it, why we have it, where did it come from, things like that. I think that's all cool. And I just want to be hip and be able to speak to the younger crowds without being, oh, this guy's lame, get him out of here, So.
Spiked Head Die Crack is here.
Oh yeah,
there he is.
Oh, hello, awesome people. Hello, awesome person.
Spiked Head Die Crack is on Twitter at Arrowhead Broken, and he's my go-to whenever I find something interesting that I don't know about. That's who I ask for any sort of errors, and he's helped out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Helped me a lot as well. There was a series of tweets about $50 and the different things you can look for in the $50. I think when I was doing my pandemic protocol or lockdown protocol or whatever, I don't even know why I can't even remember what I called it. But I got that was on Twitter a while back, but I got a lot of good information out of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good folks on Twitter that are quick go-to,
very knowledgeable
to help out. I mean, and they're not really active in the video community but on the Saturday Night Coin Show, they're really active. And I think that's why I got Justin in on Twitter so he could get involved in some of that too, because Justin finds so many good things that I'm like, man, you got to share some of this out.
Yeah, I appreciate you welcoming me into that arena.
Yeah, that's why I stick to the quarter box challenges or the nickel hunt challenges, because I'm not facing you or you or Dave or anyone else in $50 because I'm terrible.
It can all turn around.
Speaking of Coins for Amateurs, there he is.
Boom.
We were just talking about you. I don't know if you heard that, CFA.
Epic coin nerds.
Also, Coins for Amateurs. I did send you a package. I don't know if you got it or not. That was Chris's win. Chris W. He said to send it off to you, so I did. Hopefully you got that.
Not important.
Uh-oh, I hear someone's snack pack. I have the barbecue pork rinds. That's my go-to. Max barbecue pork rinds.
Wow.
That's not a bag of pennies.
Oh, you're yeah, snacks. I also do nerds. So nerds, Pepsi, and pork rinds are my go-to for Coin 100.
What a combination.
What's the best flavor of nerd?
Oh, grape. For
Grape,
me,
yeah.
grape. Yeah. I like grape anything. Grape chapstick, you know.
Oh, wow.
You can only find these at Dollar General. So nowhere else has them.
You have to find an online source in case, they stop carrying them.
So online, they're like $13.
Yeah.
That's why every time I go, I buy all of them. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, CFA. Unfortunately, the USPS has handed off all their mail to Jesus and the angels. So whenever they decide to bring them from the sky down to us, that's what it is. Spiked Head asked Michael, how's the family doing?
Do pretty well. Yeah. My wife and son, neither of them got whatever I had, luckily, so that's good. I was sick this week. My wife's feeling a lot better from her surgery, and my son didn't nap today, so he was insane at about 7 o'clock. He was a three-nager.
So yeah, my
three-nager.
My daughter, she's 13, and she's so unpredictable. Now my oldest daughter, she's 23, but when she was a teenager, she wasn't that bad. She's very like my wife. She's very much like her, but my daughter is just like me. You'd swear she's going into the Navy. You'd swear she's a sports junkie. She's just a hot mess, is what it is. Hot messes. I think that's the term they use nowadays. Hot mess. She's
but they get it honestly.
Yeah. But in 5 years she'll be 18, and then we'll be done. We'll have the house all to ourselves, and I can turn every room into a coin collecting room.
That's
Coin
a pipe
caverns.
dream, right?
Yeah.
It don't always happen when they turn 18.
No, my oldest daughter didn't leave till she was 22, but that was fine. I told her as long as she was in school, she could stay. So when she graduated, I gave her 6 months, find a job, find an apartment. I put a little money in her account, and she moved out. So great. Now my youngest, I'll do the same thing. I said, either join the military or you go to college. Either one of them, you can stay in my house. I don't care. But if not, you're gone. You have to do like me. Start working at 17 and move out.
You were out at 17?
Yeah, I had to join the service at 17 because I got kicked out of school. I was doing stupid stuff. I was stealing hood ornaments and selling them. We were pretty poor.
Yeah.
We were pretty poor, so a good Buick hood ornament or Mercedes hood ornament or Mack truck, I could trade those in for like $3, $4, $5. But if I had like 34 of them, when you're hungry and poor, $50 is a lot of money.
Were you stealing chromies off the tires?
No, just hood ornaments.
I had a friend that did that. He said he could get money for them.
There was this junkyard in I don't know if you know Justin, if you're familiar with Columbia Station, but there was this junkyard out in Columbia Station that he wouldn't ask questions. You come in with a big sack of hood ornaments and he would give you $50. And I would take them sacks. And then my mom came in. I was about 15 years old. My mom came in my room. She opened my sock drawer to put clean socks in there. And it was just full of hood ornaments. And just like any good mom, she totally ratted me out to the cops.
Oh.
And yeah, I got in trouble, so I had to ended up going to Job Corps, which was like not a prison but high school prison. So I finished up high school there, and then immediately rolled into the Navy. So it all turned out well. So I've actually had a really good life since then.
There's always that thing that turns things around.
Yeah, I just thought I had Mercedes I turned those into necklaces. You know, I always had my spots I'd go to, and they don't even make quarter ornaments no more, pretty much. But
because everyone was stealing them.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I got so good at
So
it
that's
too.
where your collecting really began.
Yeah, that's the answer, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Was this? I'm assuming this was after your skateboard was stolen.
So yeah, this was
comes around and goes around.
Yeah. We lived in some pretty rough areas. You know, my mom and dad were divorced, and my father was off doing his thing, and my mom was working 2 jobs, so there wasn't really no sheriff in the house. So me, my younger brother, and younger sister pretty much did what we wanted. And we were always in rough areas, and you learn quickly how to survive.
Yeah.
You know, when your neighbor goes on vacation, you run that extension cord over to their trailer, where you get, you know, some power and stuff. Yeah, that was the good days. See, and what's funny is my children have never experienced any of that, so they're so unappreciative of anything. Like, do you realize, you know, you have a hot meal here? You know, they're like, yeah, whatever. Where's the extra bacon? You know,
you're telling them your version of walking uphill in the snow to get to school, the thing that our parents told us.
Yeah. Uphill both ways somehow.
Both will somehow. Yeah, absolutely. You're forced to take a different route home.
Yep. Quarterbash, Spikehead Die Crack says, how's the vinyl sales going?
Oh, you know, really, really well. The last week, there's going to be a ton of stuff on the next Tuesday totals. People have been buying a bunch of stuff, but I had a terrible. I'm going to make a video. I had a total crash on both eBay and on Discogs, where people got mad about the items that I sent them, and went off on me, left bad feedback without talking to me about it. Said I ripped them off. Said I didn't know what I was doing. Very strange. And yeah, so the sales have been good, but if people get mad now, they get real mad. I think everybody's just blowing off steam from being with everything we've been going through the last year. So I'm keeping that in mind and not responding in kind.
There you go.
It's kind of understandable. It's been a rough year for a lot of people, that's for sure.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. But I don't. You know,
Putting on his bling. What's going on?
yeah, put on my Christmas lights, man.
He's being the jester for us, like he was on the ship in the Navy, right? He's providing the fun because it's hard for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Is that kind of what you were talking about earlier, man?
Yeah, but my blinkers aren't blinking.
Oh, well,
What? Twinkle lights aren't twinkling.
This thing sucks.
Well, that's all right. Then we don't have to put a disclaimer out for those with epilepsy.
Oh yeah, that's a good
there's there's a little bit of a twinkle in there.
Yeah, one of them is.
Yeah, I could see it against your shirt, but not as much.
Yeah.
On the other ones.
All this is going to do is provide you entertainment and me a migraine.
Don't hurt yourself on our account.
Yeah, the Volkswagen. Yeah, Shady McGravy is going through all the different hood ornaments he liked. The Audi symbol. Yeah, there were some nice ones out there. I used to knock over phone booths for Bigfoot. Oh, man. Yeah, we lived in a place called Washington Avenue, and across the street was all the parking for the courthouse. So everybody would go park there to do their business in the courthouse. So there was like all these really nice cars, and I would just hit that parking lot up.
At the courthouse. That's you couldn't go to the police station?
Well, no, the courthouse.
Right through them?
The courthouse was in Washington Avenue, but the actual the courthouse parking lot was Washington Avenue, but you had to go across the bridge, turn left, and there's the courthouse. But there was no parking downtown Elyria, so you had to go to the sublot to park. So it would be like in and out real quick.
Well, I wonder why they threw the book at you so hard.
Yeah, well, he really wasn't that bad. He said, you know, you could do 2 months of detention home, or you could go to this school in Grand Rapids, Michigan, called Job Corps. And I never heard of Job Corps, so I was like, yeah, I'll go to Job Corps. And when I got to Job Corps, it was like prison, but they paid you to take classes. So I was like, oh, you get money for this stuff? So I took building and apartment maintenance. I took healthcare. You know, I was a nurse's aide. I took the line cook. I took every class they had until finally they're like, Matt, you're done. You've done all of the classes. There's nothing else. You got to go. And I said, well, I can't go back home. My mom won't let me go back home. So I joined the Navy.
That sounds like a great deal, whether you get busted or not.
Yeah,
You're a young person.
Yeah.
I came out. I could cook you dinner. I can, take your blood pressure. I could fix your air conditioning. You know, I could do all kinds of stuff when I came out of there.
Yeah. It's got to be something with Ohio, though, and the courthouses, because when I was in junior high, I actually started smoking, unfortunately. No longer now, but that's where I would go to buy my cigarettes. When I'd go to the second floor of the courthouse, right outside the courtrooms, they had a cigarette machine, and that's where I would get my cigarettes at, because I was too young to buy them anywhere else. So,
but there was a sticker on there that said you had to be 18, right?
Right.
Well, I'm sure there was, but I didn't pay attention to it.
I always thought cigarette machines were amazing. They weren't checking IDs.
Yeah.
It's the honor system.
Yeah, the honor system.
Hey, I was honorable. I made sure the money was in the machine.
There you go.
When I was in high school, we just very quickly knew which stores didn't care. Like, if you showed up in a car, you could buy cigarettes. It didn't matter that you were 16.
Yeah,
they were like, they're driving. They can buy smokes.
Yeah, there was a lady at the 7-Eleven down on Cleveland Street, and she would say, buy me a pack, you can get a pack. And then, you're like, shit, you're 15. How long did it take you to scrape together $4? You're like, okay. But yeah, smoking was terrible. We used to hot box in the bathrooms, and you'd come out smelling like total butt cheeks. It was just terrible.
I quit all that stuff when I was 16 though. So if I was buying cigarettes, I was buying them for friends.
Yeah. I'll tell you another thing. Let me ask you something, Matt. So I'm also, like I said, I'm also a big Johnny Cash fan. What's your favorite Johnny Cash song?
Wow. So Cocaine Blues really got me. For a long time, I was doing a lot of driving. I was driving a couple hours every week, and my friend burned me Folsom Prison Blues, that CD, and then I also had San Quentin. So I just burned through those two. And for some reason, Cocaine Blues, because it was like a rap. It didn't make any sense that it was coming out of Johnny Cash. So that was the song that really made me think this guy is awesome.
I love that song.
Yeah, so I liked Hurt for a long time until one of my favorite wrestlers, The Undertaker, started using Johnny Cash for one of his entrance themes, where you can't keep him buried, So I was like, man, Johnny Cash just makes so much good music. And my daughter, who's the total R&B hip hop, knows all the dances and all that. I've really got her into Johnny Cash. She really likes. She'll say she dislikes Explosion in the Sky, but she likes Metallica. She likes who else do we listen to a lot of? Nirvana. We like who else? So a lot of the older rock too, like Aerosmith. Really like Aerosmith.
You've been listening to that Russian Circles? I
did. Yeah, it's on my playlist now. I do like that a lot. It's more hardcore, but it's good.
Yes. I still feel like it's a little bit in that vein because it's instrumental and it's, but yeah, it's guys that came
I
from
tell
a
you
little
what,
harder background.
it is harder background, but it's still complex. There is a lot of instrument usage, and I like instrument usage.
Man, I feel kind of left out with my Slipknot, Mushroom Head, a Monomarth kind of area that I'm in.
I like Slipknot.
I know all those bands.
There you go.
Benny has some good music too.
I just picked this up from Chief Coins and Supply, a little typeset thing. I've never had a little typeset book, so I'm gonna have to do a video on this soon. It's like I have all these coins, so it's not like a really old one or really difficult one. So just a nice starter typeset. So I don't have it. So
That's pretty.
Cool.
That's pretty neat. I don't have one of those either. Now I'm interested.
Yeah, 20th century US typeset.
I'll wait till your video comes out.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna have that.
But
Look at this. Spike Ted Diecrack says I loved Slipknot.
There you go.
Before their first record was out, or right around the time their first record was out, I was at Ozfest with my brother, and they were playing a side stage, and we didn't go because the main stage is the Gorge in Washington. The main stage was it just made more sense for us to go that way, and then it was right after that. The Wait and Bleed video was out, and I was listening to it and had the CD, and it was like, oh, I missed these guys. I would have loved to have seen them early on.
I've got a couple Slipknot patches on my eBay store. If anyone's interested.
that's awesome.
I gotta go check out your eBay store for sure.
It's eclectic.
Nice.
Yeah,
but are you selling makeup on there also?
No. Sorry, I don't get it. I'm not as eclectic as you.
You gotta go to the drugstores. Just go to the clearance section and just buy the lipstick.
All right, man. I need to take more pages out of your book. Like I'm inspired, but I need to really.
Yeah, I was
super lucrative.
wondering how low did you had to come off of that makeup? How low did you still make a profit on that?
Yeah. So last week I had stuff that I had sold for like $1.69. I bought those for 99 cents. So after fees, it was 18 cents that I made per item. Garbage. But like, here's the thing though. I had sold a bunch of other stuff for 5-6 times what I paid for it. So it all comes out in the wash. Yeah. At that stuff, I'm just like, okay, that was a bad buy. I'm just replacing the money.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had to only package and ship that one thing, it would totally not be worth it. Yeah. But I'm sending 20, 30 things a week sometimes. So I might as well sit there in front of the TV and pack up the makeup too.
Wow.
There you go.
Get it back out the door.
Man, I should have bought that makeup since I'm experimenting with so many characters here. And we're coming up on 2 hours here. I don't know what you guys have planned for tonight, but I have movie night tonight.
Oh, what are you watching tonight?
The Fat Man.
Fat Man's tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Fat Man's tonight.
So this is my new random thing for my eBay store. I got this unopened box of 1991 like pop star cards. There's 30 packs in here.
Nice. I have like 10 of those in my closet upstairs. Honest to God, I'm not lying.
Well, you scooped me because I only got the one. So yeah, that's.
So do you check sold comps on those? What do they go for?
Yeah, there are a few cards that people actually want to find, and yeah, a couple bucks a piece.
Yeah, that's cool.
A few bucks like unopened, a few bucks a piece. Yeah, I paid. Yeah, I'll make my money back.
Nice.
Hey, so you guys, since you, oh, my lights are falling. Oh, now they're choking me. Since it's been a blast with you five of us, 4 of you guys. It's been a pretty good blast, even though Michael, you had things to tend to. Understandable, it's your birthday and it's family. I do want to say thank you guys for joining tonight, and because you guys did, I got 5 of these humongous copper rounds here.
Oh wow!
So I'm gonna give 5 of these away, and I'll let you each decide how you want to give one of these away.
Ooh.
However you want to give it away, you can give it away to folks that are watching.
Hey, Coins for Amateurs rented Fat Man too. You'll have to do a review for each other.
Yes, I can't wait to watch it actually. So I'll let you guys decide how you want to give it away, whether it's a trivia question or a number pick or whatever you want to do. But I'll give away 5 of these to people that are watching right now.
Yeah, they are like copper hockey pucks.
Man, they're this one, I haven't weighed these new ones, but this one's probably around 7 ounces, and there's different ones. Yeah. East Coast Bullion, Rick did these for me. They're pretty sweet.
So you're going to give yours away first?
No, I'll wait till last.
Okay.
So I'll let Matt, however you want to give one away, go ahead.
I'll give one away. In the chat, I used a certain female singer in a video today.
Oh, I know.
If the first person to put it in the chat, the singer's first name, that's all.
That's a good one, and I know that answer.
We're not eligible, right?
I don't think so.
Nah, but I can send you one.
Oh, no.
Rick hooked me up with a bunch of them. Nope.
And how about if you guess wrong, you owe MyCoinCave. There's another $20 coming your way.
There you go. Good. Yeah.
Uh-oh. I see it. I see it.
Yep. Is that the first?
Nice work.
Chris W shows first for me.
Chris W is a winning guy, man. He wins some good stuff out there on Twitter. I see him pretty often being the winner.
Yeah,
Lucky dude.
What do we call him? He's the giveaway ninja.
Ooh.
Chris W. He is awesome, though. I love Chris W.
Yeah. Very good guy.
So let me write down Chris W. That's who I saw first. Who did you guys see first?
I see Chris W. top on here.
Chris W. Yep.
It was close, though.
All right, Chris. Chris, I don't know if you have one of these or not. If not, I'll send this one to Paige. So, all right, Justin, let me pull one out of the box here.
All right. I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what Matt did. Today, actually, I was doing a $50 hunt, and I posted a picture of one $50 that was a homemade, really crappy hobo nickel type thing. What year was that? It'd be on Instagram under OhioHobbies.
Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. OhioHobbies is spreading the Ohio love.
Yep. Trying to anyway.
Give it. Chris W says, give it. Quarterbash. Done.
Done. I don't know how to increase the count.
It counts as one.
It counts as one. Chris, that's awesome. But it is your prize.
Chris W, as always, I will send you a consolation prize.
So what are they guessing right now?
What year the $50 was on my Instagram channel? It was a failed attempt at a hobo nickel.
I'm seeing the coin now. Yeah, they didn't do great on that.
No, they did not. But there's glasses on his face. You can at least tell what those are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got to go look at this.
Get a little sideburn. Sideburns, goatee.
Yeah, it was such a random thing to come across out of a box.
Oh, buddy, I didn't even have you. I'm following you now. All right.
Thanks.
Unknown detective.
75, is that correct?
No.
Is 1969 correct?
Nope.
All right. These folks are showing they didn't watch OhioHobbies today. Come on.
That's all right, because not everybody's on the Instagram yet. That's fairly
true.
new. It's only been about a month old, if that.
I only went on Instagram to show my modeling body pics, and then I got booted off.
Squid's here.
Squid's here. Here's a fellow sailor.
I think my headphones are about to die.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous. He dropped off a Christmas gift today, so I'm
Can't
not
hear
sure.
you, man.
Hey, look at that answer.
Yep, right there it is. Unknown detector.
1976.
Yes, sir. Thank you, my friend.
Unknown detector. Am I sending this to Romero again?
It's good. One says, "How y'all doing?"
Doing good.
Good.
That's been a very fun night. That's for sure.
I'm not allowed on Instagram.
There we go.
I'm not either because I start looking at the coins and then I always end up on models. I don't know how it happens, but I'm done with Instagram. I'm done.
They can get you in trouble.
Man. And I think they're just airbrushed. I don't even know if they're real. Like I like my women like Walmart ready, you know. I like real. Some scars, pajamas on.
Character.
Exactly. I like character.
Absolutely.
Okay, let me pull out another one here. Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Ooh.
All right, Dave, is yours to give away.
All right, people, get ready with your browsers to do some research here. My favorite film was released in 2005. It's an independent film directed by someone who also directed one of the more recent Star Wars films. What's that movie? 2005, independent film.
Hey Google.
Let them find it.
Yeah. Stop listening.
You could work this backwards by figuring out who the recent Star Wars film directors were and check their...
Mic's off when you see a small orange light at the top of the display.
That's not it.
Hey Google, stop listening.
Nothing's playing right now.
Old paper money is not on the right track, but on the right track. I don't think there's a Hans Solo movie from 2005.
Yeah, I get banned from TikTok and all the cool stuff because I don't know how to operate it.
Well, that's because when you get on TikTok, all you do is try to trash talk people.
Yeah, I tried to make a video where it just loops, and it looked like I was just slapping myself.
I love that movie.
You know the movie I'm talking about?
I'm pretty sure I do.
That's my favorite film.
It's great.
I can't get over how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these are okay. We got some guesses coming in now. So far, it's no, and no. Remember, the movie came out in 2005, and it was not the director of the Han Solo movie. So there's what? There's Rogue One, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. It's got to be one of those directors. My kids just unfollow me. Pennyhaven, did you go to IMDb to figure that out?
I did.
Internet Movie Database.
I'm a big fan of that.
I
Going way
love
back. Yeah.
IMDb.
I probably go to IMDb at least once a day.
Yeah, I always watch the latest trailers.
It's a great site.
Because what happens is,
I'm on there.
Michael, tell me if you
I'm on there too.
Nice.
We got to talk. Wait, what were you saying, Matthew?
I think I know maybe what you were in, but yeah. If you know my last name, you can find it.
If you want to get ahead of it, you should be on HSN, the Hollywood Stock Exchange, or hsx.com. You can actually buy stock in movies that are only a thought before they're created.
Yeah,
I did not know
that.
that.
End Day. Is that another movie? No, that's not it. I wonder who that is.
So, Michael, I was saying,
Someone's getting closer. Someone's getting closer. It wasn't the director. It was the name of the movie.
I do a lot of the 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
So if I see an actor, then I look them up on IMDb, and then I see another movie that they're in, then I check out somebody else from that movie and see, and then it just goes on and on.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot. Oh, you're so close.
So close.
2005.
Can I ask for a hint?
But you can't win.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's probably eating them up just like me.
Well, there's a giant hint on the
That's a giant hint.
in the chat right now.
Is a small hint. Noir.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Ah,
Do you know that movie, Matthew?
I'm getting there.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
getting there.
Yes. No. Okay. Hold on. Who got it? Who got it first? Unknown Detector.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay.
The
Brick.
movie is Brick. If it's a weird one, but man, the more I watch it, the more I love it. The language.
I need
in
to
that,
see that again. It's been a while.
Oh, the language in that
So
movie
good.
is so beautiful.
Oh, it has Jordan Gordon. Okay, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Gordon-Levitt, yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic story. He's
Yeah.
he's a loner that goes between different groups of basically high school crime syndicates and like plays both sides against each other to like figure out what happened to his girlfriend. It's sick.
I'll have to check that out. 'Cause
It's,
I
it's
like
film noir in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took them so long to make the movie that the people they originally cast in the film were too old to play the roles by the time they had put all the money together and got it all together. So they had to recast it.
Wow.
And that's
Wow.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's one of his early film roles.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
great.
all.
Yeah, I got to see that again.
Oh, wait, okay, we got a bunch of guesses where people got it right after. So Unknown Detector was just the fastest.
So Unknown Detector, you have 2 coming your way.
Woo!
Okay. Let me dig out another one here.
Gosh, you guys did fun stuff.
Sorry, Shady McGravy. You almost had it.
All right, Michael, this one is yours to give away.
Man, you guys all did cool stuff. Now I was just gonna, let's say, choose a number. Now that just seems
Right.
very poor. All right. Don't everybody wait for me. Yeah. Let's see.
Michael, what movie were you in? I'm going to figure this out now.
I lived in Chicago, and I used to be a theater actor, and I would do extra stuff in movies too.
Nice.
So we know a celebrity. That's pretty sweet.
My credits are writing credits, so it's not.
That's sweet too.
Okay, so I got a coin-related question for you. So there is a English penny that's known as the cartwheel. It's huge. There was a 1 penny and 2 penny version, and it's gargantuan. That's why it's called a cartwheel. It's just huge. But it was has 1 year that it was struck. So basically, they struck it in this year. It only has the 1 year on it that it was used for years after that. So what year was that? What year was the cartwheel penny struck?
This one's going to be quick. I know it.
Yeah, because you can go straight to Google.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Whoa, this thing's huge.
Boom! There's an answer up there.
Yep, there we go.
Who's that? LP?
I have the 1 penny version here.
Oh, that is
17.
gigantic.
1797.
Was LP the first on your screen?
That's what I'm seeing.
That's what I got. LP, I do not have your address. So if you could send me your mailing address at mycoincave@gmail.com and I'll send this out to you.
Hey, I want to know. I want to know what you buy with that penny in 1797. Like what goods could you exchange that for?
Yeah, that was the reasoning behind this was to make the metal value match the denomination. It wasn't representative. It was, this is 1 penny worth of copper in 1797, or this is 2 pennies worth of copper, and which was big.
Oh wow!
So, yeah.
All right. I'm new. Can I DM you on Twitter? Yes, you can. At MyCoinCave.
So I got this at my coin shop out of that bin that I get most of my stuff from for $2.
That is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. George III, the Mad King.
Caroline, I think the unknown detector is asking if you want the copper round since he won the previous one. So if you guys want that, that's fine.
So yeah, that's a 1 ounce of copper. That.
Yeah, that thing is. So the 2 cents is a 2 ounce.
Yep, it's a 2 ounce copper. I've got pictures of it. Brad from Brad's World Coins, and that appraisal we were doing together, she had one of those, and he brought the 2 cent one in for me to see and took pictures of it. It's gargantuan.
That's awesome. Okay. And here's mine that I'm going to give away. Let's see. I want to make it cool too. I'm gonna use your guys' channel though. I'm gonna use Dave's channel.
Oh no.
Well, Dave,
The
the hammer.
Well, I thought it was dictionary or something. Never mind.
Actually, yeah, this is a 2-part question.
Mm.
Okay, this is just to make it interesting because I'm gonna throw in a channel sticker too. 2-part question. So Dave had a miniature character up on his video recently that I really liked. All right. And then the second part is Ohio Hobbies beat me in a recent this is going to be too long. Because I was going to say
It's a 3-part question with 5 total answers.
And then Matt made a video where he was dissing me because I'm a Browns fan. So, no. Okay. All right. Let's simplify it. Just make sure you guys check out all their videos and stuff. So, for me, if you know, shoot. Michael already knows this, but what is my favorite Christmas movie? All right. Michael guessed this last year for a giveaway.
Actually, I believe you said that in one of our box battles.
Yes. I have a favorite Christmas movie. It was part of the trivia challenge for last year's Christmas. Oh, by the way, I know you guys all know it's not the elf. It's not the Christmas story.
Those are good guesses, though. Good guesses.
Good movies.
Do you guys know Roy Hathaway? So Roy Hathaway just sent me a bunch of stuff.
Oh.
Uncirculated silver certificates, graded quarters.
What? Nice.
All this stuff is for the Christmas giveaways.
Nice.
All that's going in.
Very cool.
Chris W.
We're talking about Christmas.
Chris W. got it?
Squid. Nice.
It is a good one.
So Squids is dropped off my Christmas present, and I opened it up, and it happens to be a 2020S PCGS MS70 Silver Eagle emergency issue struck at San Francisco. So it's
Awesome.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Chris W. got it. I'm pretty sure this is the one Penny Haven. Remember we did the trivia question? You had to do the whole speech. You know, what was the part of the speech? What was the medicine he asked for? It was Tylenol. Where's the Tylenol? That is my favorite Christmas movie. So Chris W., do you want this or are you donating this as well?
Keep a gift. Keep a prize.
Do people just send you stuff and you have channels? I get a lot of stuff in that I turn around and give it away.
Yeah, you got to send it out.
Yeah, I turn around and give it away. And most people donate it because they don't have the audience or means to donate it out. So they'll send it to one of you guys or us, and we'll give it out for them because we can reach more people that are really interested into the stuff. Otherwise, you're trying to give away stuff to friends that they're not really interested. If I gave a silver certificate to my daughter, it would turn into a candy bar so quick.
Oh,
I'll take that one for Paige. All right.
Nice.
All right, Chris. Gotcha. So Chris won the first ones going to Quarterbash. Chris won the second ones going to him. Unknown Detector won one. Unknown Detector donated one to Caroline, and then LP got one. He'll DM me his address. Okay.
Very cool.
All right. I think my wife is standing at the top of the stairs waiting for me so we can watch the fat man. No,
Nice.
I'm just joking.
For putting this together. This is pretty
yeah,
cool.
it's good times.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I had so much fun.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Maybe we could do this like once a month or something. I don't. Everybody's schedule is a little tight, Dave's going to be starting some new things. Wow, Hobbies has
I hope.
5 million things going on. Matt, you have awesome work. Maybe we can do this once a month or something.
Yep.
I know
Yeah.
Penny, you have some. All of us should be able to host this, so this is really easy to do.
It was easier than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have the tech problems I thought I'd have.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. The first time I tried this, I think it was me and Michael, and I had like an hour of echo, and is because I didn't have my speakers right. I had both windows open. It was terrible. I sounded terrible. Totally amateur.
And
But
then
now-
another time we did the nickel box battle, I fell asleep and missed the first 45 minutes.
I remember that.
Then, yeah,
I was putting my son to bed, and he was taking forever, and I fell asleep. I fell
came in
asleep
late,
later.
came in late, whooped me, and then left. And it was like, come on, man.
It would have been awesome if you'd fallen asleep on stream.
Hey, stay tuned.
Well, thanks to everyone who stopped by. Please make sure you check out CGB Coins Matt. Check out OhioHobbies. Check out Penny Haven. Check out Quarterbash. Check out all their playlists. They have lots of good stuff, man. Just all kinds of really the music, the quarters, the shopping, the metal detecting, the metal pouring, the what is that? The what do they call it? The fishing with the
Magnet fishing.
Oh, magnet fishing.
magnet fishing. Oh man.
Magnet fishing.
So I mean, there's just really cool stuff. And if you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter, because the Saturday Night Coin Show has a really cool community. And it's a little bit, for me, it's a little bit better than just checking out models all over Snapchat and Instagram. I think Twitter is a pretty cool medium. So do you guys have anything you want to say before we wrap up? Matt?
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be part of the community. So I'm just
Awesome. Justin, do you have anything?
I just really appreciate you inviting me and helping me grow everything that I'm doing. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Dave.
Same. You guys have been so awesome coming into a community like this that's already established and feeling so welcomed by everyone. Everyone's been so helpful and awesome, and I love it. Like being someone who's come from a music scene where you get involved into groups with kind of specific interests. It felt very comfortable, very familiar. So it has felt that way so far, and I expect it to keep it up. So thank you so much for having me on this.
Yeah, awesome. And Penny's someone who we started around similar. I started after him. He's someone that I've always looked up to and kind of emulated, because I want mine to be as passionate as him. I love how he's so engaged with the coins and everything. So anything, Penny, you want to put out?
No, just, yeah, good times. Sorry I was a bit late. I had fun while I was here. Yeah, we're going to have to do this again soon.
All right. And I'll mail these off. Well, I'll pass them off to Jesus so he can take them up to the clouds, and maybe you'll get them next month sometime. But thank you all for stopping, and we'll see you guys again soon, and check out their videos.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody.